Victim consciousness. Today I want to talk about 3 steps you can take to shift out of victim consciousness. When you do this and you're no longer in victim consciousness, you have taken your power back and you're going to see transformational changes in your life when you are no longer operating from victim consciousness. So I wanted just to briefly give you a few signs that you are indeed in victim consciousness. And if you can relate to any of these signs, you probably are. And don't feel bad about that. I think as a human being, most humans have succumbed to being in victim consciousness at one point or another in their life. So don't feel any guilt or shame around recognizing the fact that you are operating from victim consciousness. It's okay. Have compassion. So the first sign you're in victim consciousness is you always feel like things are happening to you in life and you're not really directing your life. You're kind of just seeing what comes and shows up in your life. And you feel a sense of a lack of control. Like you don't feel like you're in control in your life whatsoever. And so you're going through your days in a state of fear because you don't know what's gonna come next. And you want to protect yourself and you want to feel safe, which is very natural. But you do not see the world and your environment as friendly at all, as for your greater good. You don't have that perspective of life. So if you can relate to that, there's a good chance that you're in victim consciousness. Another huge sign that you are operating from victim consciousness is you always ask, why me? So if you go through some kind of challenge or struggle, you're always asking, why is this happening to me? Why me? You're in that place of perceiving your challenges and obstacles. Another huge sign is you blame a lot of your misfortune on others or situations. So you're taking the control and the power away from you and the responsibility, and you're placing it on other people or on situations in your life. So it's never your fault. So those are 3 huge signs that you are operating from a victim consciousness. And I want to really congratulate you because now you're watching this video and you don't want to operate from that mindset anymore. You are proactively looking to change at a very, very internal and deep level. And this is great news. This is absolutely fantastic because recognizing your limiting beliefs and the things that you need to change about your perceptions is the first step to major transformational changes within you and therefore in your outer reality and in your life. So the first step to getting out of victim consciousness is you want to ease out of it, okay? You probably grew up with negative programming since childhood, since birth, shaping your perception of reality to tell you that the world is not safe. You were programmed to believe that you have no say in the course that your life takes. You don't have any control over how your life plays out, and that it's all really just up to however God or the universe or whatever you want to believe in decides to play your life out for you, okay? So you got to go about changing that deep set belief, because that is a very, very deep set belief, deep in your subconscious mind, that is going to take a little bit of time to unravel, to see it for what it is, realize that your beliefs are very flexible. You can change them. You can adopt any belief you want, really, that's going to empower you and allow you to create the life that you want to create. So you want to start changing your overall perception and belief about what life is to you. This is deep work, but it's not impossible. And so many people have overcome the most debilitating social conditioning, rewrote their story, and now they live very empowered and successful and happy lives. So you got to start reprogramming that you are now in control of your life. You are 100% responsible for your life, for your choices, for your destiny, and for the reality that you are creating with your thoughts and feelings. So start researching the law of attraction. Start researching the power of thought, the power of beliefs, the power of self-identity. All of these things are going to teach you that you are indeed the captain of your ship, and that life doesn't happen to you. Life is in fact a reflection of your inner world, of your inner beliefs and your inner thoughts. Life is a reflection of your consciousness, and you have to truly believe this in order to see major change. So set to the work of learning, of delving deep into these subjects, and then start to program, to reprogram yourself, okay, your deepest beliefs. Start to say, I am a creator. Start saying that over and over and over to bring the power back to you. I am the creator of my destiny. Start listening to empowering affirmations. Do whatever is going to resonate with you, that's going to make you feel like you are the creator of your destiny. Okay, there's so many different ways to do this. Find one that's going to work for you. And start to develop and cultivate your new belief that the universe is a friendly place, that everything is happening for your greater good and your soul's evolution and growth, and that you are always in control of your internal landscape of how you feel and what you think. You are 100% always in control of that. Don't ever forget that, because that is your power. And that you are truly the creator of your destiny. Start rewiring these new beliefs into your mind. The next step to start to shift out of victim consciousness is to get rid of all of the people and influences in your life that perpetuate this belief. Okay, so most likely if you were living in a very deep state of victim consciousness, most of your friends also have this belief. They're always complaining about the government, about their jobs, their misfortune, and it's never their fault. It's always kind of a little bit of a pity party. Okay, so you got to set to the work of gradually or even abruptly just removing all of these people out of your life. And I know it's going to be difficult, but I do want to say that if you start to go about changing your beliefs, the last point I was talking about, naturally these people will fall out of your life, just naturally. You won't resonate with them anymore, you won't relate to them anymore, and so naturally you just won't want to spend any more time with them. But there is going to be an adjustment period where you are shifting back and forth between the way you used to think and the way that you want to think now. So you might find yourself falling back and hanging out with these people and getting back into that mindset. But just know in the back of your mind that it's not helping you grow and progress, and that you do got to start taking action and start trying to find people who have a different mindset, have different beliefs, finding better friends. And as I've said in previous videos, you might go through a period where you kind of are alone for a little bit. You don't have as many friends because you're kind of in that topsy-turvy limbo mode where you're transitioning and transforming yourself from within. So you might have to spend a little bit more time alone, and that's okay. Solitude is very healing, and it's just going to further propel you on your own journey that you need to go on. And eventually the right people will fall into your life who are a match with you vibrationally. Also, stop going on toxic social media. Stop reading the news, which just makes you feel scared and powerless. Probably get off your Facebook feed. It's probably also full of victim mentality. And any other social media that when you are done engaging with it, you really just feel worse. Go with how you feel. Your body never lies. Your emotions do not lie. So if you scroll on Instagram for half an hour and after you just feel worse, you feel inadequate, you don't feel worthy, you feel powerless, any of these kind of feelings, I would just get rid of that app or unfollow everyone and start to follow empowered people who have the mindset of self-empowerment. And the last step to get out of victim consciousness is to make peace with your past, okay? And this is a lot harder said than done. I know it's a process. I know it's difficult. I myself know everybody has traumatic experiences from their past and even past lives that this energy needs to be cleared, especially now in the time of Aquarius. This energy needs to be cleared. One method that I actually heard recently from someone I was listening to is you can simply ask yourself, your higher self, to bring up old karmic energies, old traumas from your past that your body is still holding on to, so that you can release this energy, okay? Consciously ask your higher self this when you're in a concentrated place, in a quiet place, and you will get some kind of situation within the next few days or few weeks that will trigger old trauma or old unresolved emotions that need to be dealt with, and they will come up. So something will happen to trigger you, and it will actually be an unresolved trauma from your past. Okay, and you're gonna feel the emotion come up. Usually I feel it in my heart chakra area, but some people feel a lot of tension in their solar plexus. So you're gonna actually feel it, and that is your opportunity. I know it's not in the moment, it's gonna feel really uncomfortable and really unpleasant, but that is actually a gift and an opportunity for you to directly face this feeling, this trauma. Discover where it came from if you can. Sometimes you can't, and that's okay too. The point is that you recognize it, honor it, and you're present with the emotion, and you allow the emotion to be truly felt. And you send it love and send it healing. Let your trauma know that you love it. Sounds strange. Trust me though, this works. And it will dissolve and it will be cleared. And this might happen multiple times. This might be a process, especially if it's a large trauma that you're dealing with in your life. But every time you do this, the more and more you've let go, the more and more energy that you have cleared. And as time goes on, you're going to clear more and more and more and more, get higher and higher and higher, and feel more empowered, and you won't be in a victim consciousness anymore, because there won't be anything from your past that you haven't made peace with. There's other methods to do this. There's guided meditations. There are self-hypnotizing techniques for you to see traumatic events in your past from a neutral point of view. I would really invite you to, again, research how to clear old traumas, shadow work. Find a method that resonates the most with you. But I find, for me, it's personally just allowing the triggers to occur spontaneously in my life, because that's when the emotion is the most intense. You can't always evoke the emotion just, like you're in a really chill state and you're like, oh, I just want to do shadow work. Let's go shadow. Sometimes it doesn't come. But you might find yourself one day where something triggers you, and then all of a sudden it's there in your face. So I find that's what works best for me, but find what works best for you. You are unique and an individual, and you have to find your own tools and techniques that work best for you. So those are 3 major things that you can do to shift out of victim consciousness. I assure you that when you are not in victim consciousness, most of the time, you will feel amazing, you will feel empowered, and especially you will feel very confident. Very confident. So if you struggle with low confidence and low self-esteem, which again is fine, I think most people have, I certainly did in my teens and early 20s, you stepping out of victim consciousness is really going to change that. I promise you, you will be a completely different person and your life will be unrecognizable. I hope that this helped you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.